Good morning. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Wednesday, the 30th of March, 2022. It is the next to the last day of the third month of the 22nd year. Good morning, everyone. Let's start this off with a blessing. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, dear ancestors, give us a blessing for this Wednesday, the 30th of March, 2022. A blessing for us to cleave to this day. Oh my goodness, look at this. We get life's blessings. Life bestows her blessings. She is the wind of change flowing through you, and this change is your blessing. Don't try to hold on, no matter how unsettling it may seem, for all will magically transform when the time is right. When you look back, you will see only love. Namaste. Let me read this again. Life's blessing. Life bestows her blessings. She is the wind of change flowing through you, and this change is your blessing. Don't try to hold on, no matter how unsettling it may seem, for all will magically transform when the time is right. When you look back, you will see only love. Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I have some outstanding questions this morning, and I want to thank everyone for contributing. Okay. My first question is from Liz L. Liz L writes, Shanghai, China is in complete COVID lockdown. Shanghai, China is in complete COVID lockdown. Okay, that's the first question. Okay, another question I have is about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Do you see the distraction? Okay, that slap has the whole world talking about nothing else but some silly award show that means nothing. An interpersonal relationship between three people that resulted in someone becoming slapped. And this is world news. This is the biggest distraction. And that should have a glaring arrow over it so that everyone can understand what distraction means. This slap was nothing than to get you to take your eye and ear off of what is going on, okay? So, like Liz L says, Shanghai, China is in complete COVID lockdown. What is the rest of the world? What do we have to worry about? Do we have to worry? Shanghai, China is in COVID lockdown. Tara, Spirit Guides Universe. Speak clearly, freely, and truthfully through me. What worries do we have? What do we need to know about Shanghai's lockdown? What do we need to know about Shanghai's lockdown? Cards are upside down. Okay. All right. We are not done with COVID yet. That is the first thing that we need to know. So what tarot is telling me, again, okay, the first cup is the page. The first card is the Page of Cups. Okay, this is a messenger, news, arrival, approach. Okay, I call this the rich people, the stinky fish, but in this is not what this is. This is what's coming. This is arrival. We are at another crossroads. Again, we are not done with this virus. We have been urged to take off our masks to resume normal operations. Okay? People must people have to take their own health very, very seriously. Again, what I keep getting told, what's ringing inside my head, is that we are not done with COVID, and COVID is not done with us. The entire world is still under the spell of this virus, of this disease. We have got to be prepared. We have got to see what is coming. We cannot close our eyes and put blinders on and pretend that this is not happening. If we do that, we will surely be left with nothing. This is our judgment. We have been given all the information we need to go forward from this virus. We have been asked, tasked, begged to just social distance, wash our hands, and cover our mouth and nose. 3 simple steps that could have eased us in this pandemic. But we as humans have fought against common sense since the very beginning. Now, again, there's no need to worry. This virus will go away, and our world will continue to turn for a while, okay? But we keep setting ourselves up for the next thing. How we responded to COVID is how we are going to respond to the next pandemic. Okay? And it is coming. It is coming because we did not take COVID seriously. Okay? We have to prepare. The 8th card we get our little emperor hoarding, protecting all of his assets. This is us. We have got to protect ourselves. We have got to be our most valuable asset. We have got to think for ourselves, to protect ourselves. Okay? This is what this is about. In the end, we will eventually get to a state of normalcy. We will eventually get to our happy home. But it is going to take work from us. Excellent question, Liz. Okay, and like I said, Danielle asked the question about Will Smith and Chris Rock. Okay, now I am going to entertain this only because I am going to ask this question. Was Will Smith slapping of Chris Rock planned? And I'm going to tell you what my opinion is. And my opinion is that it was planned. And I'm going to say that because if you watch the clip, when Will Smith is walking up to Chris Rock put his hands down by his side and leaned forward as if he were expecting that slap to come. Okay? And another thing I want you to understand is that when Will Smith came from back here and slapped Chris Rock across the face, Chris Rock didn't even bounce back. He just literally stood up, okay? And then said, wow, television history. I just got the S slapped out of me by Will Smith. Okay? And then Will Smith went back to his seat and said what he said. Now, I want you to remember, before Will Smith got up and went and slapped Chris Rock, the camera panned to Jada, and Jada's face fell. Will Smith, the camera never showed Will looking at Jada after she made that disheartened face. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Don't take everything to be like it is something. Even if this was an organic event, everything after it is pure distraction. The mainstream media has latched onto this and is refusing to let go. Why? Because they have us talking about something else other than what's happening in the Ukraine and what's happening in our very own Congress and Senate. Okay? Understand the distractions. So here's the question. Was Will Smith and Chris Rock's fake slap fight, I won't call it fake, slap fight, was that planned? Was that a part of the show? Was Will Smith's slap of Chris Rock planned? Yes. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Okay. Our first yes. We get the victory card, the celebration card, the parade. This is a show. This is after what they have done, they are deemed victorious. And that's what I thought. This was a distraction from the world. This was to get everybody looking at something else, talking about something else. Okay? Yes, that's why no charge has been filed. That's why Will Smith wasn't arrested, was not escorted out of the Grammys for assaulting another person. And this is my spirit, guys. Guys, and I want you guys to know this is not a nervous tick. This is when my spirits talk to me, they touch my face. Okay. So they touch my eyes, my ears, my cheeks. I mean, they touch me. So when you see me constantly touching myself, it's because my spirit guides are literally like tapping me. Okay. Vcoolwater has a great question. He would like to know, with so many streaming apps, YouTube, Vivo, all of these apps, will network television become obsolete? Will network television become obsolete? And what I'm feeling, Vcoolwater, is not that it will become obsolete. Television itself may become obsolete. The television stations won't. I feel that they will be forced to change. But let's see what Carol has to say. With so many streaming apps, will network television become obsolete? Yes. Oh my. Yes. And it's because of money. Okay. The first card we get is the 10 of Pentacles, generational wealth. Okay. And this is what ABC, CBS, Fox, they have become rich because they hold the cornerstone of televised programming. They have been stealing from us. That theft, that grift is about to stop. Here is our first yes, okay? This is our answer. Network television will go the way of the dinosaur because there are so many new, faster, better, easier, cheaper options being made available to the people. is going to give everybody an opportunity to share in making some of that big network money. They are already in plans talking about this. As you see, uh, YouTube is trying to charge people 50 something dollars to watch television on YouTube. Didn't nobody tell them that we're not watching television? We're watching other creators. We're not watching pre recorded programming. We are watching organic people do their thing. That is the biggest change. This is going to be a part of heartache for people. Sorry, guys. Um, Billy, I'm rude. All right, I'm back. It's interesting when the phone rings in the middle of a reading. All right. My next to the last card we get the 3 of Swords, heartbreak. And this question was what was this question? Oh my goodness. Was this a planned distraction? Yes, yes. There's a lot of stuff coming, and it's to get people to not pay attention to what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna get off that question. Oh, oh no, no, that was about the streaming apps. Okay, about will the streaming apps and will network television become obsolete? And the answer is yes. Sorry about that, guys. Pausing a video and then coming back cold is a hard thing to do, and remember your spot. So forgive me for that. Okay. My next question is from Jasmine. Jasmine would like to know about Matt Gaetz. Again, these people keep flitting in and out of relevance, but these are real crimes that were committed by people who are in positions of trust in our society. So these questions are important because this is a crime against children. This is a predator. And like I said the other day, most of these people who are running our country are sexual deviants. And I want to I'm going to segue real quick. I want to talk about Madison Cawthorn. He was on somebody's show, and he was talking about exactly that, sexual deviance, talking about some old senator or a congressman, old, inviting him to a sex party as part, like it was a normal thing to do, asking this person to come to a work sex party organized by members of either the Senate or of the House. This is what these people are doing. These are the people who we have put our trust in. And these are the same people who are taking their deviant behavior and rewriting the script and blaming uh, Democrats for for having children being raped in basements of pizza parlors. And every time it comes back, it is Republicans that are perpetrating crimes, sex crimes against children. They are the people that are doing this. They are the ones that are being charged with rape and stalking and things such as that. Okay, we have to see where the noise is coming from. Look at who the noise is and see that the noise, they are telling the truth about themselves. Every time they point the finger and make an accusation about anybody doing something else, it is a confession of what they themselves are doing. Okay, so here's the question. Will Matt Gaetz be indicted? And will he go to jail? Will Matt Gaetz be indicted? And will he go to jail? Will Matt Gaetz be indicted and will he go to jail? I'm going to shuffle these cards a little bit more just because I keep seeing the same cards come up. One more good shuffle. Will Matt Gaetz go to jail? Here we go. Yeah. First card. Matt Gaetz is going to get his own little private cell. Look, yes, yes, yes. Matt Gaetz is going to jail. He is at a turning point of his life. He is going to be indicted. He is going to jail. He's going to try to fight this with everything he's got. This is the rich man's stinky fish. He's got his comeuppance coming. Next card. Oh, this is going to be so sad for him. So sad. Okay, this is vision. A woman with vision. Matt Gaetz is going to see himself behind bars. His mama is going to have to come visit him behind bars. Last card. He is worried. This has got him in all his feelings. Okay? All this conjecture, yelling, lying is to try to make him feel better. No, he knows he's done. His goose is cooked. He is going to the big house. Um, he's going to the big house. So don't worry about Matt Gaetz. My next question is, will Merrick Garland be indicting 45 in his family soon? But you know what? I have a question before that. Um, and this one I think is a little bit more important. Is Merrick Garland being threatened? Um, is he being threatened by anyone that is making this process slow down? Is Merrick Garland in danger? Is he being threatened and is he in danger? There we go. Is Merrick Garland being threatened and is he in danger? There we go. That is the question we need to ask. Is Merrick Garland in danger? Here, let me shuffle again. Is Merrick Garland in danger? Is Merrick Garland in danger? Here we go. Is Merrick Garland in danger? Yes, Merrick Garland is in danger, but he does have a. The first card we get is the Lovers. Merrick Garland has security. He has people around him for protection. They are protecting his home. They are protecting. He has like his own secret service that's costing the taxpayers money. But this is to try to keep everything safe. He is trying to bring justice. Okay. And he is and I got this card and I say justice and this card. Okay. Merrick Garland is trying to bring justice, even though he is being threatened. He is going to give us the biggest gift. Guys, please send your energy to him. He will be doing what he needs to do. Okay. A lot of the crimes that he is working on deal with money. So when there are crimes that deal with finances, there are more than just the DOJ that is involved. The Department of Finance, the Department of Commerce is involved, and that is what is slowing things down. The Department of Commerce, they are tracking down dollars and cents that have been sent to Israel, that have been sent to Dubai, that have been sent to places unknown and to Russia. Yes, it is going to come out not only was 45 propping up Vlad, but he was also doing backroom deals with the Belarusians. Okay, here is our answer. The karma card. This is a big yes. Merrick Garland is being threatened. Every day he has been threatened verbally. He has been threatened through emails, over telephone calls. He has been followed. He has, that's the word, he has his own security detail. He has been given his own Secret Service detail to keep him safe. Um, but the last card is justice. Okay? Merrick Garland has been threatened. He has been physically threatened. It has been scary. They have threatened his house, and he has now a security detail protecting him. But Merrick Garland is going to bring justice to those who need justice brought to. We have got to be patient. We have got to send Merrick Garland energy. As a matter of fact, right now, this very second, take a deep breath in and clear your mind. Think about Merrick Garland. Think about him. That's all I want you to do. This is how easy this is. Think about Merrick Garland and say, I give you strength, Merrick Garland. I send you strength. I send you resolve. I send you courage. And I send you protection. Just say that. That is how you send positive energy to someone. Clear your mind. Set your intention. Say the name and give your gift of energy. All right. Okay. Now, second part of this question. Will Merrick Garland be indicting 45 and his family? Period. Will Merrick Garland indict 45 and his family? I'm not going to ask when. I just want to know that it will happen. Will Merrick Garland indict 45 and his family? Here we go. Okay, I'm going to read this to you as it is. Whew. First card, we get the Hierophant. Religion and government. Okay, this is Merrick Garland. Will Merrick Garland be indicting? This is a yes. The Hierophant is a yes. Merrick Garland will be indicting 45 and his family. It's going to be a race against time, though. Okay, this is either exile, um, or it could signify actual death. Okay, but this is someone trying to hide, going somewhere else. Okay, into the coffin or into exile. There is so much more information that is going to be coming out. And I think what's going on is that we do not really understand the scale of the treason that was levied against the United States. Merrick Garland, this is the hardest job he has ever been tasked with, because this is a fight for the soul of America, for this planet. He did not ask for this. He did not ask for it. He wishes that this cup would pass him. This is a time that is fueled with chaos. And this is why it is taking so long, is because there is so much chaos built into him just trying to get details, trying to get to the bottom. And it's like every time he opens a door and finds something, there's 20 more doors to open. So the reason that Merrick Garland is going slow isn't because he's afraid. It is because there is so much and everything has to be addressed. These crimes cannot go unspoken. And Merrick Garland is doing this for the fear that if he doesn't, we will be doomed to have this happen again. So he is going through this with a fine-tooth comb to get every iota, every crime uncovered, every individual that committed crimes. He is not leaving a stone unturned. That is why it is taking so long. But guys, the evidence is there. He is doing his best to bring down those. And this, guys, this is Vlad. Okay, so this is saying that Merrick Garland is fighting against not only what 45 did, but what obstacles are in our government that were placed there or introduced by Vlad. And here it is. Here's the last card. There are so many avenues that have to be investigated. There are just corridors and corridors, dead ends. He's having to figure so much out because 45, like I said, they put fixers in everywhere. They put bombs everywhere. There's smoke and mirrors that have to be gone through. And these are other distractions, other things to slow down justice. All right. Jasmine, I think that was your question, and that was an excellent question. My next question is about Ted Cruz. Will Ted Cruz have to testify before the January 6th committee? Will Ted Cruz have to testify before the January 6th committee on his efforts in destroying democracy, okay, and exactly what he did during uh, the counting of the electoral college votes? Treason, guys, treason was committed in the halls of Congress. Treason was committed in the halls of Congress. And this is going to play out. But there has to be a change, okay? And this is it's coming. It's coming and it's going to be hard. But this is going to be the thing that stops the lies. And it's going to be the abject truth of what happened on January 6th. Okay, so here's the question. Will Ted Cruz have to testify to the January 6th committee? And we get the maybe card. We get the maybe card, okay? First card we get is the Queen of Swords, okay? This is female sadness, embarrassment, okay? Ted Cruz is going to be embarrassed. We get the Star of Good Hope. This is the maybe. And I believe we're getting this card is because Ted Cruz may decline to actual testify. So the answer I'm going to say is yes. He is going to be called to testify, but he may not. So his testimony may not happen because of his free will, but he will be charged. He will be called to testify. He's going to try to make everybody see something that didn't happen. He's going to obstruct justice further. He's got more than one lawsuit coming at him, more than one accusation of wrongdoing. When we get this card talking about 45's ilk, this is abuse of power, which is exactly what he did on January 6th, what he did in the weeks leading up to the insurrection. He abused his power. He dealt in treason. They tried to change the outcome of an election, and it was not successful. But this is the card of change. And this card here is also where Ted Cruz is going to land. Now, the magician. This is skill, sickness, loss, disaster. Okay? This is where Ted Cruz is going to jump off. Okay? This is where Ted Cruz is going to jump off. Everything that he did, it resulted in disaster. Everything that he is doing will result in disaster. These people do not have that safe haven anymore. The covers have been pulled back. Their nakedness is exposed, okay? They have nowhere to hide. Right now, all these people are doing is getting louder and louder, and their lies are getting bigger and bolder. However, their lies are also falling apart. And this is a part of it. And I know that this takes a long time and that it is so frustrating. But we have to be patient. We must. If we keep giving nervous energy to these people, it will make this last longer. Okay? Again, don't worry about the Cretans. Give your energy to the ones that are fighting them. Don't give it to the darkness. Give your energy to the light. All right? All right. Um, this question is from Danielle. Danielle would like to know. She said she read an article that said that Ivanka and her friends were feeding Ukrainian citizens. Number one, is this true? Is Ivanka helping the Ukrainians? And what is her angle if she is doing this? What if she is doing this? What is her agenda? Okay. Question number one. Is Ivanka and her friends are they helping the Ukrainians? Are they helping feed the Ukrainian citizens? Yes, they are. Okay, there it is. Yes, they are. And this is to get her to look different. That is for her image. She is trying very hard to separate herself from her father. Okay, Taro, tell us what is Ivanka's agenda? Why is Ivanka helping the Ukrainians? Speak freely through me, speak truthfully. Why is Ivanka helping the Ukrainians? She doesn't want to be associated with the fallout. She doesn't want her name attached to any other lawsuits about the Ukraine. She wants this to be over. Again, we got the same card when I asked the question, and I shuffled them, and it still came back to the top. So she wants to separate herself. She wants to use this knife's edge to separate herself from her father. We get the smoke and mirrors again. Okay? So this has nothing to do with her feeling compassion for the Ukrainian people. This has everything to do with her trying to protect her own hide so that she is not embarrassed, so that she can pretend that she's not a part of everything that her daddy did. She doesn't want to be called a traitor, but that ship has already sailed. Okay, now the Hermit. The Hermit is prudence, especially treason, corruption. Okay, she's trying to separate herself to pretend like she didn't have anything to do with it from the corruption. She doesn't want to be in this war. She doesn't want to be associated with it. She doesn't want to have anything to do with it. Those last two cards, she is fleeing from, she doesn't want to be associated with this. So everything that Ivanka is doing for the Ukrainians is to separate herself from her father so that she is not tied into the same into those same talking points. Okay. that's it for my questions, guys. The weather report again. I have I am so stumped. We are in a time of so much upheaval and change. It's ridiculous. It is crazy. Again, we have to be prepared for every weather event. Every weather event everywhere. It can be sunny and 80 degrees and then be hailing golf ball size hailstones in some places. It can be snowing and 32 degrees and the sun come out and melt the snow, and at the end of the day it'd be 60 to 65 degrees, and then the next day again it's snowing. We are in upheaval. The coastal areas, the west coast from Florida to Saskatchewan, has got to be prepared for water event weather. Water event weather. The entire East Coast. Water event. And that could be snow as well. Okay. Freezing rain in some places. Freezing rain. New York City. Rain events that could cause flooding. Okay. Um, in the Midwest, we're still going to be dealing with straight line winds and tornadoes. And then here on the East Coast, it is just going to, on the West Coast, it is going to be bipolar. Bipolar. From extreme heat. I am talking almost 100 degrees in some places. Over here, California, Nevada, Arizona, even some Mexico, northern Mexico, and western New Mexico. High heat index, high UV index. Protect yourself. If you are out in the sun, protect yourself. Okay? Put an umbrella in your car. Again, don't take that water out and don't take those blankets out. If you are in the Northeast, it is still cold. Make sure that you have anything, something to keep you hydrated and warm in case you get stuck on freeways. And guys, rain can shut down freeways just as fast as snow can. Okay, so don't think that because you don't have snow in your area, there can be torrential rainstorms that drop so much water that underpasses will be flooded and cars will be forced to stop on the freeway until the water resides. Okay. All right, guys. Be prepared. Listen to your meteorologist. Listen to your weather reports and behave accordingly. I love you. I love you. I love you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Bye bye, guys. Have a fantastic, blessed day.